News dump. More news coming at us from X. Likes
XX.
are now private.
Yeah, they're really just catering to the guy masturbating in his parents' basement. That's really what X has become.
You can
Not that it
masturbate anywhere you want.
not that it wasn't always trending that way with the amount of porn that was already on X/Twitter, but now that they have promoted it or given it a thumbs up and then also made likes private, there's going to be so many horny old politicians on X.
I know, but you kind of appreciate it because how many times have you accidentally liked something?
Not that often. Not that often.
I accidentally retweet stuff from our account constantly.
I mean, that's hard to do though, because to retweet, you got to hit two buttons, don't you?
I'm real stupid.
I don't like likes being public in the first place was really just a way to like gotcha for people. Like, oh, check out what so and so likes. Remember, Instagram did away with this like 10 years ago. They did away with you being able to see who the other people could like.
Isn't there a way to see how many likes someone has, though?
Sure, but you can't now go in and see what I like. There used to be a whole feed on Instagram.
Oh, that's right.
And you
see the
could
whole
see what other
grid.
people liked.
Yeah.
So a lot of fellas were getting in trouble for being horny on Instagram.
I mean, you can still catch fellas for being horny on Instagram.
Like you could see what other people liked. You can't anymore. Sometimes though, you can see it will say like so and so and so and so and 8 million other people liked it. But
and then you click it and you see two of your buddies.
I don't know. I privacy is fine. Whatever. I don't care.
No, this is how technology always moves. We
Own
cater
your
to
likes.
pornography.
No, own your likes. That's what I say.
Never. Or just don't like anything.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way around it.
Boom. Problem solved. News dump. Mac, we've got ourselves a Toyler
Not really.
from Hot Toys. They have released their Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine coming up this summer.
Looks
and
great.
in one of the stills, mask.
Yeah, we got this on like a cup like a month ago.
Yeah, but that cup was like, it was there, but it also didn't feel real, right? Because it kind of looked drawn on.
Fair enough. I wasn't overly surprised by this hot toy. It looks great.
That looks
Don't get me
amazing.
wrong. Looks great. There's nothing really new for me.
Do you have $500 to drop on this? I think it's only $250, but you probably want to buy two, right? Just in case you break one.
Yeah. Or you can battle them against each other.
Just like in Logan, where it's two Wolverines fighting.
I don't know. Huh. The most I've ever spent for a Funko Pop is like 30, maybe 40. I don't, and like sometimes like these Black Series toys, Star Wars might be around that. I don't know if I've spent. Oh, I think I spent maybe 60 on my Thor or Thanos. I don't know if I have anything more expensive than that as far as toys go. 60 or 70. Once you hit triple digits, it's really hard to justify.
I'll say on a single one or on a set?
On a single one.
Okay, on a single one, I think the max that I have is 75.
Yeah, I'm in the same range for
75 or 80.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of them, so it adds up.
It's for me, it's hard because again, I have run out of space to display anything at this point. It's a lot of work. For you, it's hard because you have to support a family.
Also, I have no space in here either. I actually did grab something for the first time in a long time yesterday.
Mhm.
I got home and I'm like, I just threw it on the floor. What am I going to do with it?
I bought this Black Series Mando from Target weeks ago, if not 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I haven't even opened it because I have nowhere to put it. So it's just sitting in its box on my desk.
That's nice. I don't have anything in here. No, I'm good. Nothing crazy. There is something that if you bought it at full price, it'd be like $175, but I got it for $75. Does that make it better?
Yeah, sure it does.
But it also fell off the shelf within a week and the leg broke off and I can't fix it.
Here's what I'll say. If that Wolverine was offered to me for $125 and its true value is $250, I would absolutely purchase it.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to some people. News dump. Speaking of that Deadpool and Wolverine movie, it has been confirmed that Taylor Swift will not be playing Dazzler in the movie.
Yeah, I'm indifferent on this. I would have understood why she was going to be in the movie. It also would have been smart because you probably have like a built-in like 10 more million
hottest
people
thing since sliced bread.
But she also would have been incredibly distracting on screen.
That, and I would have just imagine that her schedule is ridiculous. Like,
Yep,
it's
she's still
insane between
touring
all of
too.
that, and then, going to Chiefs games.
Right.
She's a big football fan, you know that?
She's in Europe now with her tour, but she did take a little bit of break, so she would have had, hypothetically, a couple weeks to film something if she really wanted to.
Could you imagine just having money?
No, I can't. I wish.
Sick. That'd be great.
Would you just
Yeah.
sleep? Would it be you and I would be Huel and Bill Burr's character from Breaking Bad?
That or like a Scrooge McDuck situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
News dump. Blade. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but it lost another director.
I think Dork said it best. We might have another Gambit on our hands here.
Yeah.
This is demoralizing for those of us who have been looking forward to this. And Mahershala Ali has been attached for so long now that they're inevitably going to lose him too, and that's going to really piss me off. So I don't know. I don't like this.
Via the rap, is it Jan Demange? Is that his name?
Sure, that sounds about right.
Yep, no longer directing, and it looks like Eric Pearson is now writing the script.
Yeah, you know him from Black Widow. So we will be on director number 3 here whenever they announce the next director. And again, anytime this happens to a movie, it cannot be good. It like now baseline, you like the hope for the movie would just be like, all right, just make it decent.
When did they just call in Ron Howard to save the project?
Every once in a while, and I know he's not a director, but every once in a while, Kevin Feige is going to call himself down from the rafters,
No,
drop in like
no,
Sting
no. You can't
and
do
just
that.
fucking get the project done. Get a rookie director and just
Oh, yeah.
oversee him.
You have to get a rookie director. You get someone in there at least. It can't just
No,
be him.
I know, but a no name. Just get someone that'll do this project
What if they said, fuck it, let's give Steven Spielberg $50 million?
to direct Blade.
Direct Blade.
Oh. I
You
don't
want
think
someone that, that can really feel their way through this project.
Sure.
I think
Spielberg's
Spielberg's
busy
the guy.
making movies about his young self. I don't think he wants to direct Blade.
What super old director could do Blade? Francis Ford Coppola.
Is he the one that's doing Megalopolis?
Dildopoulos, yes.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's no good answer for that because it wouldn't be good.
What if they got this guy? He just started directing. He just put out a new movie this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Seinfeld.
He needs that on his resume. Hey, you know what I saw? This is, I don't know why it made me think of it because we're thinking directors and Christopher Nolan. I saw the other day that fucking Glenn Powell's in The Dark Knight Rises. Did you see this clip?
No.
He's the guy in the stock exchange that Bane walks up to. How about that?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry. I forgot to put this on earlier. This was a gift to me. Your Father's Day is coming up, and I just want to.
Top dad.
Says,
dad.
this is a gift.
Yeah.
Says top dad, meaning that there's nothing else above that. The number one dad.
And it's in the logo form of Top Gun.
Yeah,
So
given
nice.
by my wife, my son.
Yeah.
It means that I'm better than the rest of the people.
Now
I'm number one. I'm at the top.
It's gonna be awesome when you're gonna be forced to wear that out a few times, just so you can say you wore it.
I've been wearing it every day, my man. When you're gifted something like this,
yes,
you don't take it off.
No, that's one of those things you put on your desk at work, and it stays there for a while.
No, you know where it's gonna be popping? Right here on the old dome ski.
All right, so
forever.
Make sure you tweet out a picture when it's on your desk.
News dip. Tim Meadows has been added to the cast of Peacemaker season 2. Although it says season 2, but is it? The first season's not canon? ?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with Peacemaker here because it clearly was canon in the old DCU, and now we're on to a new DCU, but James Gunn wants to sort of bring it over. And I'd be okay if they just stopped doing it altogether, as much as I liked Peacemaker as a character. I don't know. I'm a little worried that that's going to be the worst thing for like James Gunn's DCU because it's going to he's going to try to make a square peg fit into a round hole, but I guess we'll see.
News dip. Mac, Creature Commandos, James Gunn has announced that December it'll be hitting Max.
Yeah, this is the animated series is this going to be canon or is this an offshoot? Do you know?
This is canon. This one's canon.
So I'll be honest with you. I don't really like running animated and live action canon stuff side by side doesn't really jive for me, but I'll give it a chance. I'm going to give James Gunn a chance here with what he's doing.
What we are saying is give Gunn a chance.
Give Gunn a chance.
News down. Hitting Max in September is The Penguin, Colin Farrell's The Penguin.
I'm gonna watch this, but I can't pretend I'm super excited for this. I hope they have something in there that, like, as we get closer, like, really ropes me in, other than it just being set in the Batman universe. But I will watch it.
There's a parade. He's smoking a cigar. He talks about a
Right.
guy who had respect, and now he has that respect.
Sure,
That speaks to me. It speaks to me. News down. Also got a first look at the animated 2-part movie event of Watchmen.
Yeah, this looks intriguing.
Yeah.
I think for years people have been saying the best way to do Watchmen or adapt Watchmen would be animated.
Yeah.
So we got a little 30-second teaser. It is 2 parts, like you said. There'll be a chapter 1, chapter 2. Chapter 1 is apparently coming out this year. I don't know if this is going to be a Max thing because they have the DC stuff. It's a Paramount project, so maybe it'll be Paramount Plus, or maybe it's a theatrical thing. I'm not really sure, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
News down. The Boys season 4, 3 episodes ? Currently available, and the news right now is that the show will conclude after season 5.
Yeah, I'm glad we have a definitive ending. I need them to just tie the story up. Not that I'm sick of the story yet, but I know by the end of this season,
You don't want them to draw it out too long, and then you lose interest by the time they get to this ending. I understand what you're saying.
By the end of season 4, because I have a feeling mostly everyone's still going to be alive, I'm going to be a little sick of what we're doing here. They also have announced that they will continue with multiple seasons of Gen V, which will be interesting because it is set in the Boys world, so they are kind of continuing the universe, and they're also going to be pursuing other spin-offs. So I wonder if one of these 7 will get their own show.
News down. Mac, it is said that Emily Blunt is set to star in Steven Spielberg's upcoming UFO movie.
I don't know. You'd have to add about 30 things to that to get me excited.
It's been haunting me the past couple minutes. I said that I got this hat as a gift from my family, from my son.
Right.
I bought this hat.
From your son, though.
No, I bought it for myself.
Well, what are you gonna do? You could still hold that opinion of yourself.
I don't deserve to wear that hat.
Do you think you're in the top 5 dads that you know?
That I know?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice if someone else would give me a hat like that. But I fancy myself a good dad.
All right, you can wear that hat then.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So can you Venmo me $5 and you got me this hat?
$5 for a hat. Where are you shopping these days?
$5 for this hat at Target. It's a fucking steal.
That's a steal. I like it. All right.
Well, I bought it for myself, but now you bought it for me, so it's okay. Now I can wear it again.
Did you buy it the day you saw my coworkers?
Exact same day, actually. Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
Then I bought my dad a hat. It's a fish, and it says on it, "Big Fish."
What a purchase.
I know. I know. I was hat shopping that day. I was swayed by the hats. Newsed up. Yeah, so Emily Blunt's going to be in that movie. We got a trailer for The Instigators. This is coming to Apple TV Plus, starring Matt Damon and Casey Affleck, set in Boston, with director Doug Liman. You would know him as when you slam a lemon into a lime.
Nope, didn't care for that. He also
thought it was pretty good.
He also directed Live, Die, Repeat, otherwise known as Edge of Tomorrow, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Jumper.
You love Jumper.
I actually really like Jumper.
I know you like Jumper.
I like Jumper and Mr. and Mrs. Smith more than most people. Very, very much enjoy both of those flicks. I also really like Matt Damon and Casey Affleck. This seems to be right up my alley. We'll see. Well, is this a movie or a show?
Movie.
Okay.
Believe me.
Well,
I know who you are. You don't just put Jumper on a list of things that a director is known for, unless you know who you're talking to.
That was like the next thing Hayden Christensen did after he got out of Star Wars was Jumper. And he just needed to just get away.
Was Rachel Bilson in Jumper?
Was that the girl?
That would make sense because Lyman directed 2 episodes of the OC.
I wonder if it was her. It might have been her.
California.
Yeah, here we
We
go.
come. News down. If we could still use music, I would use that for our theme song every single week. / almost every 10 minutes would just play that song.
Hayden Christensen, Rachel Bilson, Jamie Bell, Samuel L. Jackson, Anna Sophia Robb was the young girl. Michael Rooker was in it.
Ooh,
Shit.
Michael Rooker.
Diane Lane. I got to rewatch Jumper.
Big jumper boy. Big
2008.
jumper boy over there. Got a little teaser for a movie that is hitting other countries in the fall and
Yeah.
then coming to the United States in 2025. What are we, fucking chopped liver?
Paddington 3. Paddington 3. That's what you're
You know what I'm
talking about
saying here is that if they don't want to come here the same time that they're going to the other countries,
Yeah.
get out.
I think it's hitting the UK in November, but for
Yeah.
some reason not coming here until January.
Get out.
There'll be a whole 2 months of of Europe raving about Paddington 3. However, I haven't seen Paddington 1 and 2, so I can't pretend I'm looking forward to
I saw the
this movie.
first one. I heard the second one's better.
People claim that they're like 2 of the greatest movies of all time, so there you go.
This one's in Peru, correct?
I believe it's like, yeah, Paddington does Peru. Almost similar in the same vein of Debbie Does
Of what
Dallas.
what Debbie did. But then, I mean, also, I'm never going to watch this because I'm boycotting it because it's coming to America after the other dumb countries.
Have you watched the Paddington movies with your son?
I watched the first one with him, yeah.
Oh, seems like you should probably watch the second one then.
I know. And then I've seen a lot of the animated show with him too. He kind of
there's a Paddington animated show.
Yeah.
Okay.
He likes marmalade. News down. For getting a live action Lilo and Stitch, and this is coming out this year. What?
Yeah, supposedly coming out this year.
What?
So it's going to go undrafted in our movie draft. I'm intrigued by this one.
Oh, this is a Zach Galifianakis is in this.
Sure. I don't know anything about this movie. This apparently slipped through the cracks, but I don't think it really did because we didn't know anything about it. I'm pretty intrigued by this one because this is going to be, like the quote unquote live action for Lion King. It's all CGI.
Yeah.
This is going to be live action except for one character will be CGI. So I'm interested
Just
to see
like
how it's
Star
gonna
Wars,
look.
The Phantom Menace.
Right. Exactly like that.
Also off the back of this news, can I do a quick ollie
Yeah.
off of this?
Do a little Christ air.
We saw the cast of the Moana movie that's going to be coming out or start shooting in November. The Rock, of course, is going to be in there as Maui once again. We saw the little girl who'll be playing Moana. That's fine. And then we'll be talking about Inside Out 2 in a second, but the head of Pixar said recently that they will not be doing live action movies or live action adaptations of their movies.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone outside of Aladdin, I don't think any of the live action adaptations has added anything to the original movie. Anything worthy to the original movie.
To be fair, though, the Pixar guy should have said, we're just going to keep on cranking out sequels.
Mediocre sequels.
Yep. You know those properties that you loved 10, 15 years ago when we were super creative?
Right. Here you
Gonna
go.
get those again. News down. Nobody 2 has begun filming.
The first one is an incredibly underrated movie. It was such a blast. Bob Odenkirk was great. I don't want to go down the John Wick path with these, though.
The first one also ended in such a fantastical, weird way that you almost... Like, what was so good about the first one is it started out so mellow and you built up as the movie went on. You almost have to start at like a high now.
Yeah.
And then stay at that high. So maybe that's not the best idea.
I think this is why I love the Bourne trilogy is because there was a nice mystery backing all of the action at the forefront. Like there's no mystery in this movie. There's no mystery in the John Wick movies. So it's going to be hard to produce sequels that are going to grip someone like me. I'm sure people will enjoy it, but that's why I particularly loved the Bourne trilogy.
Mac, as someone who's very observant, I've noticed that you have not gone to your phone yet to send me the $5 for this hat.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put $5 into Venmo to do that for you.
All right, so
that's a 1 to 2 day process. That's what
I'm gonna be monitoring the situation.
All right, you do that.
So news dump. Hasbro right now is shopping Power Rangers, a new live action series that was supposed to be in development with Netflix. It is not going to happen, so they're looking to redevelop with another partner.
Goo Goo Power Rangers. Goo Goo Power Rangers. I don't know how I feel about this because once America got their hands on producing Power Rangers shows, the quality went south quick. The whole magic of them, and that's kind of why they're dumb. Also, it's this most extreme elimination challenge thing, this MXC, where they're taking footage from Japan,
Yeah.
and adapting it to some American footage, but mostly stuff that's already been shot.
It's roughly
And
12 minutes of Japanese footage, 12 minutes of American footage, and then they're
yeah,
doing voiceover on the Japanese stuff.
it's a fun little Frankenstein's monster. And I don't know if I want a polished Power Rangers show.
Right. And then you mentioned that. I was thinking about it the other day when I saw this, and I believe that when Power Rangers jumped the shark for me when I was a child
Mhm.
was the Zeo crystals.
I don't remember when I stopped watching Power Rangers.
Because I went
I
down a
can't pinpoint
timeline
it.
and
Yeah.
I was like, I remember this, this, and this. And then after the Zeo crystals, when they had the shapes on their faces, I don't remember any of that.
I did like that one. I remember liking it less when they went from 5 Rangers to 3. That's when
Whoa.
I was really like, "Oh, we're getting lazy out here."
Well, you say that, but a pyramid is the strongest shape, a
Sure, sure.
triangle. So I think they
Yep,
knew what
yep.
they were doing.
Yeah, but if a stronger pyramid will be the 5 plus the 6 Tommy the Green Ranger. Of course, they can't do that anymore, you know?
That's a septimid. No,
No.
sep is
If you go
7.
3 on the bottom, 2 in the middle, 1 on top, that's 6.
Oh, like a fucking cheerleader.
Like
Okay.
a Ponzi
That's
scheme.
not
Yeah,
bad. Like a
like a
pond. It's like an upside down funnel.
I'm a little disappointed we never got a sequel to that Power Rangers movie that we got, what, 6 years ago?
That's because it made no money.
Yeah, it was pretty decent, though. It was pretty
It was
decent.
okay. It was a
It
little
was a good setup.
they could have done a lot better though.
They could have done better, but I thought it was decent enough, for sure.
Right. Right. Remember Ninjor?
I don't.
Yeah, he was like they had an issue where they were at a part of the storyline where they didn't know what to do.
Mhm.
So they had they had the Rangers replaced by aliens for 10 episodes as they
Oh,
cleaned
God.
things up.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
That
great.
show was great.
Was it? That one?
No, it wasn't. News up. Sony Pictures, you wrote this. Sony Pictures has acquired Alamo Drafthouse.
Yeah, this is notable. I didn't think it would have been this long ago. This is the first major Hollywood studio to own a movie theater chain in 75 years. We're talking back to 1949, 1950,
What was the
1960.
last
How long
one?
ago
Like
was that?
Paramount or something?
I don't know, but that's surprising. But also is like, are movies back? Is that what's happening right now? Like,
Is it
this is a
because movies are
massive.
back or because movies need saving?
I don't know if you buy a movie theater chain to save the movies. That seems like the opposite.
No, you want to fight fire with fire.
Right, right.
You're a firefighter, you know
As I've
this.
been trained, yeah.
News down. Acolyte.
We got episode 3 this week.
Mhm.
It was essentially a backstory to the 2 primary characters we got in the first 2 episodes, and we're dealing with some space witches, which is a bit of a callback to the Clone Wars. On Dathomir, you have the Night Sisters, and we saw that in The Mandalorian. We also saw that in the Ahsoka show. So it's nice to see that there isn't just one set of space witches. You know, the universe, pretty big place. So they're doing some cool stuff. However, apparently the internet has not liked it. I don't know what the internet wants. This show is giving me everything I need.
Okay.
It's giving me like some powers, some force users. It's giving me lightsabers, giving me Jedi. It's giving me new characters not tied in to the Skywalker saga. I really don't know what more they could do. Granted, the 2 main characters is played by the same girl. I'm
Lindsay
not gonna pretend
Lohan.
she's
Yep.
the greatest actor ever, but like I don't really care about that as long as you give me the pizzazz of the force powers and the lightsabers. I very much enjoyed the show so far.
All right, I'll start it eventually.
Okay.
News up. And finally, in theaters this weekend, Inside Out 2. You have said that it is tracking to be the biggest movie opening of 2024 domestically, 85 million. Really?
Yeah, on pace to make 85 million this weekend,
That's
which
pretty
is
good. Roddy
cuckoo.
T's 92%. The first one was at 98.89. Metacritic, the first one, 94%. Wow.
Yeah, this one I think is at 74.
Which is
I
respectable. That's not bad.
yeah. No, it's the movie. So I obviously have beef with the first Inside Out, and it's largely because I think it's audienceless. It it sets itself up to be a kids movie, but then aims for like the preteen range, and I think just misfires because that's not the audience that went and saw that movie. It's also not that funny for adults. There are a couple comical scenes. This does all of that same stuff, except to a lesser degree, to like 75% of what the first movie did. So if you like the first movie, you're gonna like this movie. It's just this movie was fine. The first movie's definitely better. Like I don't even think it's really close. But the first movie has rated so well that the second one is also doing pretty good.
I read the cast list. I saw that Bill Hader is not in this movie.
Yep,
It's Sean Hayes now.
they replaced a
Not Sean
couple.
Hayes.
They replaced him as
No, it's Buster
Sca-
Bluth.
yeah, whatever his name is. They replaced him and they replaced Anger as well. So a couple new there, and then they
No, I
also
thought Anger was
introduced four.
still Lewis.
No, they
Lewis
replaced him
Black.
as well.
I know him
So
personally, so Lewis.
two new voices there. You're dealing with that gang a little bit more. It pits them versus the new gang of emotions. So it's like it's decent, but I saw it in a fairly full theater, by the way, which was surprising. But then when you see what it's tracking for, I guess it makes sense. A lot of kids in there, not a lot of laughs, not a lot of laughs at all.
Were they squirming?
They weren't squirming. I just
Oh,
think I think this movie's fine. I think a lot of kids are going to be like, yeah, it was okay.
okay. That's not bad. News
Yeah.
dump. What do you want to do next week?
Great question. Great question. We have first 3 episodes of The Boys, or the first 3 episodes of The Acolyte. We have Inside Out 2. We have
I'm
all
not going to
sorts
see
of
that
stuff.
this weekend, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, you have a son, you know.
I have so much fan expo I have to do this weekend.
Oh, maybe we can do something like that. I don't know.
Nah, there's nothing great there.
Okay. All right.
Do
Well,
you want to do Can't Hardly Wait?
I don't really, to be honest with you. I don't really.
You
I
stink.
don't know why you brought it up either.
It was someone posted earlier that it came out however many years ago today, and I'm like, this
Oh,
is better than American Pie.
26 years ago? It's
98.
interesting. I would prefer Can't Hardly Wait. I think American Pie might be quote unquote better though. More
I don't think
or
it is. I think
American Pie
American
is more
Pie is obviously
iconic.
more memorable to the
It's more
masses.
iconic.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
to people that actually know, it's Can't Hardly Wait.
Well, one has Jennifer Love Hewitt and one doesn't, so that's like a really big deal.
Yeah, but one has what's her name there?
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah. But
Peak.
she's like, yeah.
She was
Shannon
great.
Elizabeth. Yeah, but I don't know if anyone likes Shannon Elizabeth the way they do Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jim in that movie did. Everyone kind of did.
If you
Also,
had
yeah,
to fuck a piece of food, what would you fuck?
just tell your mom we ate the whole thing. Um, I mean, the pie makes a lot of sense, especially if it's, recently warmed.
Sure. Sure.
I guess a melon
Oh, a melon's
would
not
also
bad.
have to be warmed.
I'd be a little worried about the acidity of something like that and what's going on
You
down
can't
there.
have any open sores, I'll tell you that much.
I was thinking like maybe like a tub of yogurt.
Just mushing it around in there. You know what?
Maybe
You
maybe
know
you
what?
need maybe
I
you
don't
need
like this
more.
conversation.
Maybe you need more something more to push back. Yeah. A lot of options out there.
Open the fridge. Just open the fridge.
Tweet us your option.
Tweet us your sexiest food right now. All right, check you guys next week. News dump.